6 for the EV, ride around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me sip water like a fish sip. Box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world a makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see.
Man, listen, man. I promise you, bro. I can't do nothing but laugh. I can't do nothing but laugh. What in the world did we just see right there? Bro, they was missing players. You hear me? They was missing their best defender. And we got murdered out there on the court. But I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I'm going to tell you something. It's a reason why this title is Hawks Get Blown Out on National TV Again. It's a reason. You know why it's a reason I put that as a title? Because it always happens. And here comes goddamn Raj to the party. I knew Raj was going to be here for this one. But let's be honest, family. Let me tell you why this is so hilarious to me. Because I was in New Pack City on Facebook today, this morning, going live. And I said it. I said, hey, how do y'all think we going to do? And you know, we all being positive. And then I said, but hold up, guys. It is on national TV. And you know what happened when we on national TV? We get our ass whipped. Straight up. You hear me? But hold up. Y'all know how we get down on the show, man. I mean, it ain't really much to say. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop the link. Y'all know what time it is. I'm going to drop the link. We're going to bring you on. Y'all know how we get down. But before I bring anybody on, I'm going to drop the link. Let me put the link out first. Okay. I'm going to drop the link. Because I know y'all got some shit to say tonight, family. I know y'all got some stuff to say tonight, baby. So I just put the link in the chat. Y'all know what to do if you want to come on the show. But first, let me pull up these stats before I bring anybody on. I want to go over these stats real quick because this is crazy to me. Let's look at this together, family. Listen. Let's look at the Hawks first, okay? All right. 4 for 13, terrible shooter night for Hunter. 6 for 12 for John, 50%, 12 points. Hey, man, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Sometimes it feel like John Collins not even out there, dog. I mean, if you take away a couple of them highlight dunks, man, it's like he won't even out there today. Clint Capella, who I thought was going to eat tonight, 3 for 3. He only played 18 minutes. 3 for 3, 7 points. He was a -9. DeJounte, decent shooting night. But what it's like he wasn't out there neither. 19 points, very efficient shooting night, -24. Trey, 43%, 44% tonight. That's outstanding for him. I'll take that. 2 for 7 from 3, terrible, but at least he only took 7 of them. 9 assists, -10, 27 points. The bench, who I thought the bench was going to eat tonight. And guess what? Look at this. Look at our bench. They gave us bull crap tonight. 1 for 6, 1 for 3, 3 for 9, 3 for 11. Man, I thought Jalen Johnson was special. 0 for 1, 1 for 1, 0 for 0. Like, bench gave us no help. Starters, terrible. Let's just call it what it is. Minus 21, minus 17, minus 9, minus 24, minus 10. The bench, minus 19, minus 13, minus 21. Are we for real right now? Are we serious? Now, let's look at the Celtics. Okay, we sucked on offense. Let's see how we did on the defensive side of the ball. Bruh, I'm going to tell you right off the rip. You ain't going to beat you will lose every game in the NBA. You hear me? You will go 0 for 82 if you let a team shoot 46% from the 3. They shot 46% from 3. Are you kidding me? Are we serious right now? Who you going to beat 46%? Bro, they shot better from 3 than we did from the field. Do you hear me? 46%. And then when they didn't hit it, when they took the regular shots, they shot 55% from the field. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Look at this. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Every time we think, once again, every time I start drinking this Kool-Aid and I think this team going to be worth a damn, we put on a showing like this. And I know what y'all going to say. I know what people going to say. Well, it's only one game, man. You still want to just do one law. Bro, let me tell you something. We, as Atlanta Hawks organization, do not need to be on national TV getting blown out. They already doubt us when we do win games. They think we are fraud. So then when you get a chance to show on national TV what we are, every time we on national TV, we trick off these games and get embarrassed. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. We out here looking like the Lakers. We can't shoot. And since we want to speak on shooting, let's look at the shooting numbers, man. Bro, unacceptable. What's killing us? Let me tell you what's killing the Hawks, and then I'm gonna bring on my boy Chauncey and my guy analyst. Let me tell you what's killing the Hawks, right? Let me tell y'all what's killing the Hawks. This what needs to happen. Since we need to play way faster. Our players don't have the skills to play in a half-court set. We need to be getting up and down the court. We play too slow to just be having this little bit of these little bit of shots. We play too slow. We need to get more shot attempts. Okay? On this three-point shooting defense, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna chalk it up. I'm gonna chalk this three-point shooting up just it's just a lucky night. It's just a lucky night for the Celtics. Okay? And why do I say it's just a lucky night? Because I'm gonna show y'all something. Let me show y'all something, because I want you to understand why I say, you know what? Because some night it's gonna be some nights where teams shoot good. It's just gonna happen. But I'm gonna show you something why I think it was just one of those nights for the Celtics from 3. Okay, watch this. And that's why I always come back to the stats. Look at this. You see this number right here? We're 4th in defensive and guarding that three-point line. We allow opponents to shoot 33.3% from the 3. That's 4th in the NBA. So I'm just going to chalk this up as just a lucky night for them from 3. but it's still, and we something got to change here. We right now we're looking like a 500 ball club. We're looking like a 500 ball club. Let me bring my guy Chauncey on, man. What's good, OG?
What's happening? What's happening? We talk Hawks land. OG Troop in the building, man. Hey, listen. You know how you know back in the day when we some young kids and you take some medicine and that medicine be nasty as hell, but it's good for you. Believe it or not, I think the night was good for us, and let me tell you why. We got showed tonight. Tonight's game showed us where we at versus where we need to be. I've seen a couple of guys out there. The Bright Lights got to him. Bright Lights got to AJ Griffin. He played hard. Bright Lights got to him. Bright Lights got to Jalen Johnson. It showed. Onyeka was not himself tonight, and he done been in the Bright Lights. And we let Boston slow us down. We actually played their game. We allowed them to slow us down. We actually didn't play bad defense, but all that but we played. It makes sense for me to say we didn't play bad defense, but we kind of played undisciplined defense. Like them three threes that the Williams dude hit. I mean, are we jumping all in the first row for a pump fake? He ain't got no lift. All you gotta do is just put a hand up in his face. I mean, and he stepped to the side and make some threes. Them no damn guys out there making threes. I agree with you. It was just a lucky night. But the part I got a problem with is we allowed Boston to slow us down and play their game, and that's what a team with championship pedigree gonna do to a team that's trying to find that championship pedigree. And I still say the Hawks gonna find that championship pedigree. You need games like this. You need games like this to show you actually where you are. Okay. Boston, hey, it's championship or bust with that organization. And they showed it. And see, a lot of people probably looked at the injury report and saw no Smart and no Brogdon, and a lot of fans mentally thought we had the game. The minute I seen that, I said, "Oh shit, here we go." But I'm not bothered by it. I think the Hawks needed that ass whooping. They did. I know it sucks for it to happen on national TV, but they needed that. Humility is an MFer, man, and our boys getting just a tad bit beside themselves a little bit. So, hey, humility. That's what we needed. At a certain point, it got to the point where it was like a cat playing with a mouse. They gave it to us. They handed us our head. You burned the tape on this. It's funny. This is my second show I'm doing tonight. And on the first show, we was talking about the Falcons last Thursday, and I was like, just burn the tape. This one, you burn the tape, but you learn from it. I'm going to tell you, to me, I look at small things being a turning point. The Hawks started getting a little momentum toward the end of the second quarter. We cut the lead to 6. Aaron Holiday inexplicably loses his guy. His guy takes 3 dribbles, comes up and shoot a 3. Now a 6-point deficit turns into a 9-point deficit. And quite frankly, we never recovered from that. Small stuff like that, we had to wrestle the momentum from them toward the end of the second quarter, and we gave it right back to them. But you got one team that's got that championship mojo. You got another team that's trying to find it. And I I think the Hawks will find it.
Analyst, what's your thoughts on the game? And what happened in that third quarter?
So I'm gonna start off with what I've been.
And then Matt, when analysts finish, go ahead, chime in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. What I've been saying for a very long time. What this team does not have. Part of it starts with them and your ego, but I'm also gonna point to McMuffin on the bench. We have no identity, no consistency. What do I mean by identity? I mean, when you look at a team like a Boston, and I hate to give Rodgers' team credit, but Toronto, you know they're going to defend and play hard every single night. You know that they're a switching team. You know Boston is a switching team. You know they're going to play hard. We don't have any of that identity. You come into the game. You know that we're going to run our rotations. We know whoever's the hot hand is going to be whoever scores. We know Aaron's going to come in and brick some shots. We know Justin's going to come in. AJ, you know, so it's we're predictable with no legit identity. Okay, number one. Number two, and now I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get to the actual game, but you know this has a lot to do with it. Also, it doesn't make any sense on why. First of all, our team, whether we can admit it or not, we actually have what's up, Gerald? We actually have a good basketball team. Okay, we have a good constructed roster. We have a very talented roster. The problem is our inconsistency. We have no consistency. It's really disgraceful, our consistency. We have no consistency. You come in, you go and you beat a Milwaukee ball club in Milwaukee, a place where they haven't lost all season long. Okay? You fly back down to Atlanta. I don't want to hear anything about jet lag because Boston had the same thing. They got players out. And now I'm going to touch on some of the other guys. I don't want to hear anything. Well, listen, Trey played a little bit better. I thought Murray had it going. But Murray and Tatum were about even. Trey and Brown were about even. Their stars weren't going in the first half. Our stars weren't going in the first half. Okay. Look at the rest of the bench. You got Sam Hauser, whatever his name is, hitting shots, threes. You got Grant Williams hitting threes. You got all these guys. Listen, and I thought we did not even go with matchups against a guy, and it was a 7'2", 7'3" guy in Luke Cornett. I knew it. I said it before he came in the game. I said they're about to put this big 7'2" dude back in the game, and I said we're about to get demolished. And guess what? We got demolished. I said this is a game that you should have played Frank on. I heard people talk about he had slow feet. Luke Cornett has slow feet. They played him in the post. They kept him in the post, or they had him set the screen and he handed the ball off. So I just don't get what we be thinking sometimes. And listen, I thought first of all we didn't play as well tonight. But listen, it was a terrible coaching night. We got out coached, and it was so disgraceful. Joe Mazzulla made Nate McMillan look like a rookie coach, and Joe Mazzulla is the one that hasn't even coached a full NBA season. Gerald, there's no defending you can do tonight. There's no defending you can even do tonight.
Go ahead, Matt. Hey, go ahead, Matt, and then Gerald, and then Juan.
All right, so I'm not going to. I was extremely pissed in the fourth quarter, but I didn't calm down. I'm not as angry as I was. In part, I agree with both of y'all. I mean, for me, first and foremost, yes, we missed shots, but to me, this was about coaching all day, every day. Because one, Gerald, analysts said it perfectly. We have no identity. We have no identity, and you know that because it's random, and you know it's random because what was Boston's game plan? They said on telecast to slow us down and play us in the half court because we can't execute outside of the screen and roll.
And make Trey work on defense.
Outside of the screen and roll, we look lost. And both of the commentators acknowledge that point. You can see it out on the court. It's just random shit. They just out there screen the roll. Oh, I don't have it. This dude cut and screen. Oh, the guy, I'm not open, so let me throw it over here in the corner. This guy shoots it, bricks it. This guy shoots it, bricks it. This dude traveling, going to the rim. We play with no theme. There isn't. I can't tell you what are we? Are we a half court team? We a fast break team? What is our theme? What are we going to do consistently every single game? You can't say that. You don't know what it is. And that's coaching. His rotations. Why in the hell do you have Aaron Holiday out? Why is Aaron Holiday playing? Why is he playing this game? And then if you're going to play him, why are you in a switching defense where he's on Jason Tatum, he's on Al Horford, he's on Grant Williams? Where you have to
every time.
You give up
sitting over there.
You give up an open three, and you just standing over there with your arms folded, looking like a fucking buffoon. And it's like we can beat the bad teams. I'm not worried about the Charlotte. We lost to Charlotte. I'm not worried about those type of teams. Houston, Detroit. I'm not worried about those teams. We could beat those teams. A monkey can sit over there and coach, and we beat those teams. It's the good teams that we can't beat because it requires thought. It requires some form, some process of elimination, some cognitive motion going on that we do not have. So every single game against the good teams, what you're going to see, you're going to continue to see this. It's Sunday against Toronto. They're going to kick our ass. Nick Nurse is, because what he's going to do, he's going to watch his tape and say, oh, okay, you eliminate the screen and roll, you trap on the baselines like they did in Toronto, and what's going to happen? They're going to be discombobulated. They're going to be confused. They're not going to know exactly where to go with the ball, and we're just going to play the passing lanes, turnover. It's the same script against the good teams. It's the same script every single game. You just switch the jersey.
Yep. You said it perfectly, Matt. Thank you.
I'm done.
Hey, did somebody got some music playing?
I hear it too. I don't know what to do.
That's my jazz. I got jazz. I got jazz going because you guys need a Snicker bar, but I'm gonna be the buzzkill on this whole pity party. Y'all go ahead on.
Hey, go ahead, Gerald. Go ahead, Gerald. I mean, my bad. Go ahead, Ticket. Go ahead. What you got to say?
Same people. Man, really, it all comes down to one thing, bro. Well,
here we go.
Them motherfuckers made 18 more threes than we did.
Ding, 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 ding.
Did the Hornets make 18 more threes than us?
Who?
Did the Hornets make 18 more threes than
bro? We talking about tonight. No.
It's the same. My point was it's the same
you
stuff.
got to have your soliloquy. Why I can't have mine?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Golly. Yeah, man. If you look at the stats, we were 7 for 32. 7 for 32 from 3. Bro, they didn't even shoot. They probably shot average from 3, but hell, they made 21 of them. What's that? 21 minus 7 is 14. That's 42 more points from the 3-point line than us. That was the game. That was the game. And then you also could, bro, them role players, they earn their money tonight.
I'm been doing it all year though. They've been doing it all year though.
Bro, them what was the boy? Hauser.
Pritchard.
Hauser.
Cornette.
Cornette. Pritchard.
What's about these guys? These guys are shooters. They're role players. Go ahead, my bad.
Bro, that was the game. It was their ability to make 3-point shots, and then also they made a lot of timely 3-point shots. I said it in the group. It seemed like every time they made a 3, that shit was a dagger.
Yeah,
because we knew we couldn't. I knew we couldn't come back and make one of our own. The second quarter, the end of the second quarter, I do feel like is where we lost the game. We was up
3 seconds.
Down 6. Pritchard made a shot, bro. He made a shot.
Why
No.
who's supposed to be guarding him, Gerald? I'll let you finish, but who's supposed to be guarding him on that play?
Was he at point guard?
That was Aaron Paul. That was Aaron
That
Holiday.
That was dumb Aaron Holiday.
Ding, Aaron Holiday. But go ahead and finish.
You call him dumb because he's supposed to guard him, but in that situation,
no, not him. I'm talking about Nate. But go ahead. I'm talking about Nate. But
you're taught not to foul. You're not supposed to play him close like that at the end of the quarter.
Because Trey had gave up our last take foul.
He just
with
made
5
a shot.
seconds
You
left.
gotta give him credit on that. And Aaron, I think Holiday got picked.
Yeah, because he was playing that aggressive style defense that he is notorious for, I guess, in some corners. But why are you pressing up?
But
why are you? It's two dudes in the backcourt, one dude inbounding the ball. Why are you pressing the ball?
I got you, man.
You standing. You got court.
Man, I got you. I agree, but Pritchard just made a shot, bro, and that might have been the most important shot of the whole game. Because it looks a whole lot different when we probably played one of the top 3 worst halves of our whole season offensively, and we only down 6, and then we damn near down double digits.
Let me piggyback off you right now.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna piggyback off you. The next person go. I clearly said that at the outset of it. Look, we had seized momentum back. We had a shitty first half. We got it down to 6. Holiday, whether he got picked or lost his man, we give up a 3. We give them the momentum back, and we never recovered from it. Now, next person, go ahead, and then I'm on.
I think it's one.
Yeah. So good evening, gentlemen. Yeah, man, it was. I kind of like turned the game off in the middle of the 3rd quarter because I also had some work I had to do as well, man. So I kind of cut it off. I was kind of like watching from the side, and I know we was down like 63-54 going in the half, and I was like, that was a bad 3 by Pritchard because not only did he not have he was able to get to his spot to make to make that 3. It was the fact that nobody came over to try to even stop him, and there was 3 seconds left. But the fact that he got the ball, turned it up court, got down, got to his spot, and let off a set shot to shoot that was bad in itself. But here's the things I noticed, man. These are 3 things that I know that are true, and these are things that we have seen throughout the season. Number 1, we're a bad shooting team. We are a bad shooting team from top to bottom.
They mentioned it on the broadcast. We're 30th in everything.
Yeah, we're 30 teams. Yeah, we are a bad shooting team right now, man. This is number 1. Number 2,
look at the risk.
Number 2, we have the 28th worst bench production in the NBA right now. These are facts. All right, our bench production is putrid, dude. We don't know where you're getting points from. You know, we're using Trey or DeJounte to initiate their offense on in that second rotation, and it's either become heavy ISO with those guys, or it's dribble, penetrate, try to find an open guy, and we stand around. That's number 2. Number 3, we are a heavy ISO team. We are a heavy ISO team. If you watch the game earlier in the year, it was DeJounte and Trey trading ways to either get to the basket, shoot, drive, or pass it out to either Hunter or Collins. I can see frustration starting to set in this team really fast. I think analysts kind of hit on it. We are beating up the teams that are missing star players right now, so we capitalize on those. AKA, we beat 76ers at home, and AKA we beat the Bucks 2 times without missing some of their stars. So we're capitalizing on some of those things. But those guys are going to eventually get healthy. We're going to eventually see them again later on in the year, man. And then it's going to be up to Nate to try to construct a relative offense that we can start to incorporate, because you're right, we don't have an identity right now. I don't know who we are. We can fast break, but we don't do it enough. We can play the half court game, but we don't do it enough. We can be an ISO heavy team. We do that a lot. We can incorporate motion on our offense. We do that sometimes, but then I just don't know on defense, man. I watched Trae Young, which they said at the start of the broadcast, they're going to make him work. And then I never listened to Bob and Dominique. Like I said, I always listen to the other teams analysts, because they talk, they're going to be biased about their team, but they also point out good and bad things about the Hawks as well. And they said they're just going to keep on picking on Trey, man. They're just going to keep putting him in pick and roll. If you notice in the second quarter, they just kept putting Trey in pick and rolls every single time. And they ran the same set 5 times in a row on different sides of the horn to where they got Grant Williams and Pritchard open 3-pointers. I don't know if anybody saw it. They just put Trey in a pick and roll. The pick and roll man gets on Trey, who's bigger, who drives to the goal. It sets up the roll defender that comes in, and you pass out to Grant Williams for an open 3-pointer. He made like 3 out of 4.
Juan, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you was the coach, how if you was the coach, how would you make that adjustment if you see Trey getting picked on? Or is there an adjustment that can be made when he's on on the floor?
I don't think there's an adjustment to be made unless you play some type of zone.
And
to
you
where
can't
you
play
have
zone
somebody out there.
Number 1 offense in the NBA, right?
Exactly. So if you're not going to be able to play a man up, man, you know what I mean, then you're going to have to either play a zone or you're going to have to trap really hard. If you're not trapping and making guys rotate, then you're going to continue to give up open shots. When Jason Tatum crosses half court, man, when they got in the heavy pick and roll, but Jason Tatum is also a better passer now than he was 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You got to set hard traps on them, man. You got to set hard traps on them. This is how they get beat. You set a hard trap on them, force them to make a illegitimate pass or a bad decision, and you rotate. These guys.
Did you see that at all, Juan?
No, hold on.
Let me finish. Traps the whole game.
No,
zone the whole game.
Let me say this point.
Okay.
Boston is so good at their roles that they know if the trap is coming, they know to get to their spots. That's number one. That's number one. They're very good at their roles. Number 2, Boston has a counter for everything we have. You want to put Trey out there? All right, I'm going to put Derek White on him. Everybody's talking about Trey going to drop 40 on Derek White. No, Derek White is 6'5". He's pretty good offensively and defensively. Jaylen Brown is 6'4", 6'5", and he's like 200 pounds. They had a counter for everything we did, man. You know what I mean? What's his name? Al Horford finished with 7-11, but he's one of the smartest dudes in the NBA, man. He knows how to play the game. And so what I'm saying is all together collectively, we're going to beat teams that are missing we're going to beat the good teams that are missing star players 8 out of 10 times most of the time because they're not fully complete. But when they get healthy and when they become a force, you're really going to start to see this team. I even said in the chat in New Pack City, man, I was like, if we win, we win. But I know, I'm just chalking this up as a loss because this is a better team, heads down. Offensive, defense,
them boys the truth, bro.
They are a better team.
They the truth in the half, bro.
He's not even close. Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, they're a better team, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad. They're a better team.
We could have played our best game and still lost by 10.
Here's the thing. I said it earlier. Here's the thing. You got one team that already got their mojo, and the other team trying to find their mojo. That's why I'm laughing. I'm not upset. I'm not surprised to see this. The Hawks still need to find their mojo. The Hawks actually are. They actually currently constructed. They're built to make a at least a conference finals run. They just gotta find their mojo against teams like this. Boston. It's NBA finals are bust with this organization, and it should be. And it should be. We're giving a lot of we're giving burn to a lot of young guys. Mm-hmm. And let me go back to the Aaron Holiday. Aaron Holiday got to play.
Why?
We don't have another point guard on the bench.
We don't. What you gonna play? You gonna play Trent Forrest? You got 2 points.
I'll count. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Actually, you're gonna have to play a guard out there regardless because
listen, we can't sit up here. Listen, we can't sit up here and talk about how Trey getting barbecued on the defensive end and leave Aaron Holiday over there on the bench. Listen. He didn't have a good game tonight. We can't leave him over there. He plays. He at least plays a teaspoon of defense. Like we pissed off, and I get it.
When was the last Aaron Holiday good game?
When was it?
But Matt, we talking. He's saying you got to play him because of personnel. We don't have another point guard.
Look, bro.
We do. He's 6'8". He just didn't play.
I'm not a defense attorney, so I'm not going to go in there. I'm not going to go into that with you. I'm just telling you, we can't leave him over there because you're starting your two primary ball handlers. Y'all knew this when we brought in DeJounte Murray that we was gonna need an extra ball handler or two.
Well,
you gonna play Trent Forrest?
Here's the thing.
Yeah, that's
it's not accurate.
No.
Go ahead, Markeith.
Okay.
I was about to say. I was about to say again. You're gonna have to play Holiday because coming on your bench. When you have to sub out Trae Young and DeJounte Murray here and there, you're gonna have to have another guard out there. It can't be Justin because he's gonna be playing the forward. So it's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be Aaron Holiday till Bogey comes back. So and then also
Bogey's not a ball handler like that. So
he's more of a scorer though.
Yeah.
And you have Aaron Holiday out there.
Jalen can facilitate. Jalen can facilitate.
And for Aaron Holiday, you got him on the scene for mainly the most important thing is perimeter defense. You know, it's been shaky at times though, but still.
At times, it's been shaky the whole damn season.
It's been shaky a lot, but
why is he playing? He hasn't to answer my question. He hasn't had a good game in 5 games. To answer my question,
you need to talk to Travis.
He hasn't had a good. Pull up his stats. He hasn't had a good game in 5 games.
Look, he doesn't have to
agree. I agree.
Okay, man, so if he's playing because, but if he's playing because you're worried about who else can facilitate, JJ can facilitate, Murray can facilitate, Trae Young can facilitate.
He can facilitate, but you can't run the whole offense through JJ.
It's so random. It's so random. You never know. Well, let me say this.
You don't. But what I'm saying,
Gerald. First of all, Gerald, to what you just said about Travis, well, let me say this. I hate it when people act like these general managers just sitting in the crowd watching the game and just saying, well, we need to be playing this player this many minutes.
I'm not blaming Travis. I'm saying I'm
not saying you blaming Travis. I'm just saying like GMs just don't sit. GMs and owners don't sit in the crowd saying, well, this player's not playing this many minutes. I'm upset, even though we've beaten the team by 20. Well, we playing this player, and we need to keep many, even though we losing by 15. So, like, they're a conscious person too. So they see situational stuff in the game. Here's the problem. Nate is narrow-minded. He doesn't know how to think outside the box. Okay,
Nate.
Number one,
he don't know what the box is. He don't know. Forget outside the box. He don't know what the box is.
I don't care.
So Nate went 7 for 35.
No, what I'm saying, Gerald, hold on, analyst. He never, not once, he never put the players in position to be successful.
So y'all not gonna give him credit for giving. Gerald,
what screen did you see Trae Young come off of tonight?
Bro, that's not his game.
Oh my god! Let me say this.
Hold on. What down screen did you see DeAndre Hunter come off of?
I saw him come off a couple early.
No. What cross screen did you see John Collins come off of?
Bro, it might be a good idea to watch the game again, man.
Just because you're going through the whole table of contents of an offensive 101, that
we are not.
We will not. What I'm saying is, you talked about Boston's threes, right? They had 25 open threes. 25 open threes.
Bro, and we probably had just as many. We just missed them.
Yeah. They made shots.
Okay.
But we've been
missing shots. We missed out.
We are worse than
what I'm saying.
We're the worst team in the league.
Thank you, Juan. I mean, we've been missing them since game
one. But that doesn't mean that the shots are not open.
But they're not going to fall.
Generally, Gerald, our offense is full of contested shots, random offensive plays, broken plays, really, and pick and roll. When you take away,
I ain't. NBA run pick and roll.
They don't.
Pick and roll.
We're number one in the league. We're number one in the league in the pick and roll. We run it 80-something times a game.
Matt, I agree. No, I got that.
That's 80% of the NBA.
They don't run it 80 times a game.
That's 80% of the NBA. They run a pick and roll.
But they don't run it 80. They don't run it 80-something times a game. They don't.
Listen,
and we're the number one pick and roll team in the league. I mean, so you're supposed to change it up.
And it didn't work. And it didn't work against a good team tonight. Here's the problem.
Okay,
Nate McMillan is not. He is not willing to adjust on the fly. He is not. How in the world do you?
Let's get Nate a uniform.
Okay.
Thank you. Put him in 3-point contest.
Let's get Nate a uniform.
But y'all missing the essence. But y'all missing the essence of what a coach is supposed to do.
You're talking about.
A coach is supposed to put the players in positions to be. You're missing the
Matt,
essence of what a coach is.
Hey Nate, go out there and place. Hey Nate, go over there and place Aaron Holiday on what's the guy named Pritchard, so he won't make a game time.
Hey Nate, how about you actually stand up and do? I watched Nate. He was standing there with his arms folded the whole.
Man, look, man. Hey, look. Coaches don't even have their hands on their hips or their arms folded.
Yeah.
He don't want to do that.
This ain't high school.
What are you supposed to be doing? What are you supposed to be doing? Jumping jacks?
What you're saying is not like what you're saying, like you can use it, but listen, I'm telling you what it is. And listen, first of all, you're acting like Nate McMillan has won anything as a coach, like he has proven something.
Bro, we just saying he can't shoot the ball.
Listen, I don't care. Listen, the shots fell tonight for Boston. Like that was on paper, that was clear. That was a clear difference in the game. That's fine. But I'm talking about to say that we don't have another guard option on the bench. If we've ever watched, okay,
we need another point guard. Is what we need off the bench.
You don't need a point guard, Gerald. You play to the team. You play to your team's strengths. I can have a wish list of everything I want, and I want a 40% 3-point shooter. I want 7 guards. I want the whole roster to be 6'6" to 6'10" and got handles and play interchangeably. That's what I want, but I don't have that. I have to mold my system to the talent that I have on the roster.
I'm gonna tell you who I miss right now.
Play to your players' strengths. And Nate,
I already know. I know what you about to say. I know what you about to say, Gerald. And so do I.
Right now.
And so do I.
Right.
Me too.
DeLon Wright.
But our fan base wanted him gone.
I didn't.
Our fan base, 90% of our fan base wanted him gone. He was so garbage.
DeLon Wright had a player option. He left.
But 3 weeks
No. I know, analyst. I'm just saying I miss him. That's all I'm saying.
Sean said,
"Your coach of the year bench."
But Gerald, he benched him last year. He benched him last year.
He didn't bench him against Miami.
7 games he benched him. 7 games he benched him.
He benched him for the season, like he on IR.
He didn't bench him against Miami.
No, let me tell you what happened, because I know what happened. Nate went to the press conference and he said, as of right now, DeLon Wright will not be in the rotation from here on out. Someone gets injured, he comes back in the rotation, he plays like an NBA player, and he gets minutes. It's not rocket science. Also, you all are probably gonna laugh at me, but if you ever watch this kid's game with us and without us, Vince should have saw the court tonight. This is
he go.
Hey, listen, this is a 6'8" versatile guard that guards screens the best on our team.
How the hell you know that he don't play?
Because we saw him do it. We saw him.
So you the reporter in training camp.
He's
on the court. I saw him.
He's damn good against third teamers, because that's when he's on the floor against third teamers.
No,
but I do agree with you. I do think he should get a little more burn though.
I do too.
Yeah, I do.
Hold up. John gotta give his.
Go ahead, John.
Give his. My bad, John.
No.
We know we should have shot better.
Chauncey King, here I am. What you want to cuss me out about?
Man, John, nobody got time to be listening to you and that fool with that cheap ass brown liquor you drinking. Nobody got time for that foolishness.
Now, during DeMond's live, they were thinking that we were going to have an easy game since they were missing so many parts. And I told them, oh, hell no. Hell no.
I feel like we should take them lightly. Yeah.
National TV, we went to bed.
We need a plastic cover over the mattress because nobody able to sleep in the bed behind us. Because everybody's leg will be wet. But look, tonight, now one thing that I saw Boston doing to us that the officials don't allow us to do. Brown, Williams, and Tatum. This off arm, this shit here. All night fucking long, when they wanted to get to the basket, they got there doing this, or either putting their shoulder into the Hawks' chest. Now, allowing them to do that without us doing something back, because see, now when I was playing, somebody would brush me off or do that, I snatched their arm right out the socket. You won't
John, when you played, they had peach basket.
That's right. And we played like it too. On dirt court with a halfway inflated ball. But see, the thing is, that's how Boston was beating us. They were bullying us up and down the doggone court. We weren't getting a call. Then coupled with the fact that we were missing everything, wide open shots, slightly contested shots, we look pitiful down there. Just like the man in the middle said, we are supposedly a jump shooting team that can't shoot jumpers. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man.
The bottom line is they made that. Bottom line is they made their shot, so we didn't make.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, real quick. Y'all said they just made their shots and we didn't.
What the hell is that? What?
They
That's
shot.
what happened.
We missed a lot of wide open
That's
shots.
what happened.
They made their not necessarily
open,
shots, Demar. They made their threes and we didn't.
They made a lot of it.
Bro, they shot.
We don't.
Listen,
them
when
threes.
I started, I showed the stats. Bro, they shot. They almost shot 50%.
50% from three.
Yeah.
Listen, then they shot 56% from the field.
You're not even wrong with that.
So you gonna sit here and tell me this what I don't get? We are the number 4 defense when it comes to defending the 3-point line. We hold opponents to 33% 3-point shooting when they play us. What happened for them to be able to shoot almost 50% from 3? Because I need more than just they just made shots. No,
well,
you just don't.
I'll explain.
I'll tell you what happened, Gerald. I'll tell you what happened, Gerald. Demond, I'll tell you what happened. They ran their DHOs. They ran their DHOs. They got separation on the screens, and they're wide open. We never rotated, or they got Aaron Holiday out there. And we have to scramble to track the ball because on Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown because he got damn Aaron Holiday out there, and we got to scramble down in the post or scramble on the elbow. They reverse the ball just once, and it's a wide open 3. But most of the threes came off of the DHOs, the separation on the screen.
You had the number 1 offense in the league.
They got the number 1 offense, bro.
And we number 30. We number 30.
And we didn't prepare for it. We didn't prepare for it.
Bro, bro, you can prepare. They just better.
They got 3 losses. They got 3 losses. They got 3 losses on the season against teams who might have been as good as them. I don't want to hear about that.
Hey, real quick, starting with analysts. Hey, give me your damn. What did I call it when we lose?
Bum of the night.
Yeah,
bum of the night.
Y'all give me who y'all bum of the night. Hey, chat. Hey, who is y'all bum of the night?
I got mine.
Just the player.
Y'all let me know. Who's y'all bum of the night? Starting with analysts. And then y'all keep it moving, man. Who the bums?
Gonna say it.
I'm debating between 2 people right here. I think tonight I'm good. Since I never got clarification on whether I could just go with players, and I'm not gonna say the coach, so I'm gonna go with Aaron Holiday tonight.
Oh hell no!
Ish.
Tell me what he did good.
No, I just think it's somebody that played worse.
Oh well, I mean, hey, the chat.
What you got, Matt? Who your bum?
My bum is Nate his foster father, Aaron Holiday's foster father, Nate McMillan. But I mean, like I said, it's gonna keep happening. We're gonna lose Sunday. We're gonna lose every good team we play. We're gonna lose.
Are you
and I'm not
guaranteeing
saying
we gonna
Boston's not
lose
better.
Sunday?
They are better, but they're not 25 points better.
Are you guaranteeing we gonna lose, Matt, the next game?
I got to see the injury report tomorrow, but I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, all right, y'all remember that. Now.
If Scotty Barnes, I mean not Scotty Barnes,
got his ass.
Yeah, if Banton, I'm sorry, not Scotty Barnes. If Banton plays, we're gonna lose.
All right, who next?
Banton's tough.
What's up?
You.
Oh, okay. My bum of the night. I gotta give it to him. He got Hayes tonight, bro. AJ was terrible. AJ was awful.
My bomb of the night. Hold on. My bomb of the night is the entire bench, man. The entire bench. They just destroyed our bench, man. We got nothing from our bench, and we got some talented players on our bench, but we know Nate's going to continue to go with this rotation. So I ain't even arguing that no more. You know what I mean? Yep. You know, I know I'm passing on. I know we talked about Vic, man. He's, you know, a lot of people vouching for this kid. He's a 6'8" point guard. I'm not saying he's played heavy minutes, but it's another ball handler. That's all I'm saying.
And
he a point guard?
He's aggressive and
yeah, he's a point guard. He's a point guard.
Oh, I didn't know he was a point guard. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about with the night? I would say Aaron Holiday, but Nate was worse, man. You got outcoached. Clear and simple. Just outcoached. And then I felt like
y'all want Nate to shoot the damn ball,
not just thinking about it. I kind of he could have.
Hey, find Nate and hire Reggie Miller as the coach.
Hey, Gerald, let's get Landry Fields email and we go all email him.
I'll take him. I'll take Kyle Korver. I'll take the lady that's the legal counsel for the team. I'll take her, the sideline reporter. I'll take her too.
John, who you got?
Hold on. Let me ask
Travis got more movement than Nate.
John, who your bum of the night?
Tower package stole because I ran out of liquor.
All
right. Out of the people on TV.
That keeps you great. That keeps you great. You can get up that damn 5 and dime store up there. I might well hear that shit by no towel. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say Nate McMillan, but let me ask this question: what did Boston's coach really do tonight to earn?
I could give you a grocery list.
You want me to enumerate?
The reason why I'm asking this question is that this team was clicking like that before he even came. Okay,
but he's still continuing. He gets continuing though.
So no. If you don't rock the boat, and your players are hitting their shots, what did you really do tonight, Coach?
They did make a lot of contested shots as well.
They play a lot faster than they played last year. A lot faster.
First of all,
he increased the tempo. They run more plays than they did last year.
I look back at the look back at the finals.
John.
Game 1 in the finals, they beat Golden State playing a fast tempo game. They matched Golden State as far as their game. They could not sustain the shooting though. That's
why they when they got Gallo and Brogdon.
And both of them weren't playing tonight.
But that was
the other young guys. They had the young guys.
Typically last year they was in the 20s in pace. They were not a good. They were very slow last year. They played in a half.
I got a question for the group.
This year they play a lot faster.
Did everybody get that bum of the night?
Yeah. I put mine in there.
Did Chauncey do his?
No, I didn't.
Chauncey?
No, I didn't.
Don't call my name.
No, you wasn't on. You wasn't on the court. I'm gonna have to echo somebody else's sentiments, man. We got nothing from the bench. A couple of those boys look like the bright lights they got to them. AJ look like the lights they got bright lights they got to him. Jalen Johnson, bright lights they got to him. Holiday have his best game. Okongwu down there clumsy as hell. We usually get a lot from him. We didn't get much from our bench. McMillan had contrary to popular belief, he had a game plan, but like they say, man, hey, everybody got a plan. Everybody got a plan. Everybody got a plan. Look, bro.
Same game
Look.
plan every game.
What was the game plan? Can you explain it to me?
Look. I told you, I'm not about to do that. Email him and ask him. I'm just telling you, everybody got a plan until you.
For him like he did something.
Yeah. Everybody got a plan. Look, I'm not as mad at him as you is. Let's go leave it right there. Now,
go ahead
on top.
Details. Can you give me two things he did today?
Go ahead on the top.
So people get upset when me like when we win, we come on here when we win games, and people say, you know, we're negative, you know, myself, Matt, you know, when
you got that shit already dead set in your brain. You don't like the coach, and so when you don't like the coach,
because he's not good. You're
gonna already have a predetermined thought. Trust me, I know this drill. But go ahead.
And guess what? When I'm on predetermined thought, it doesn't help that he does the same thing. He didn't even do anything. He didn't even do anything to help. Listen.
How you know what he's doing and what he's not doing? How you know what he's doing and what he's not doing?
Because I'm watching the team on the court. Okay, you
the only person watch the game. I watch it 3 times. I watch every game at least 3 times, and I'm 53 years old.
And you're probably not watching the coach. You're probably just watching the players. Listen, no adjustments were made tonight. No matchups adjustments were made tonight. No situational adjustments were made tonight. Nevertheless, there was just terrible rotations after terrible rotation. Listen, I'm gonna keep saying it. You cannot run your little regular rotation, your little 9-10 man rotation that you be running, your little cool, calm, and collected junk against these championship caliber teams. You're not going to beat them.
That's not fair, analyst. No, that's not fair because
let's call up some. Hey, Gerald, let's call up some. Let's just call up some of College Park.
Because in the beginning, analysts, y'all was saying that he was running an 8-man rotation, and y'all clowned him for that. The first 10 days of the season, y'all roasted him for that. Now he up to 10, and now y'all saying, "Well, we man rotation."
I personally don't have a problem with the rotation, except Aaron Holiday. I don't have a problem with the rotation. I have a problem with who he's playing in general. It's how he's using the players that he's playing. He's not using them to their best ability. That's my central. That's the essence of my complaint.
Hey, man.
He does not use them at their best ability.
Go ahead, Bo. Go ahead, Bo.
Bro. Look, we can put all this to bed. We can talk about how bad or how good the team is. The point remains at the end of the day, Boston is a well-oiled machine. They are a well-oiled machine. Hold on, man. They're a well-oiled machine. Everybody on that team knows their role that was identified in that game tonight. Just like the old boy Cornette. I watched Cornette try to shoot a free throw the other day. He shot it with one hand. All right. The dude knows his role. He's a big. He sets high pick and rolls. He dives to the basket, and he's going to make his layups, or he's going to push it out when he gets covered by a double team for an open 3-pointer. They know their roles. All right, they're setting them. They don't go outside of their roles. All right. So let's get that understood. If we want to be like a team like that, man, it is something that is a team we can model ourselves off of, man. Like everybody knows their role. They play within their system. They communicate. They talk to one another, and they have very high IQ players on their team. That's another thing nobody talks about. They have very high IQs on their team, and so they know how to play in and out within the system. We can blame Nate. We can blame whoever. But I'm pretty sure that you can put almost any coach in the league on Boston right now, and they'll still be work the same way they are right now because they're very smart and high IQ players.
That's true.
My counter to that.
Let me
my counter to that would be during the telecast. They said they asked John Collins what's up, what his struggles, what's that.
Yeah, I heard him. They told him to be a 3-point shooter. They
exactly. So at least that's one player that's following the system. So that goes back to the system. That goes back to the coaching problem that I have. Why are you having John Collins shoot 6-7 threes a game? That's not his game. He can hit an occasional pop-up 3, but he's not Stephen Curry. Why you got him out there?
I got a number for you.
That goes back.
I got a number for you.
Hold
on, John. Let me throw this number out right quick. Okay. I got a number for you. we are 19 for 64 for my power forwards on 3-pointers this year. That equates to 20.3%.
Yeah,
We are missing
I got
everything.
you. Why are they? Why
Everything.
exactly? So why is he shooting so many?
Exactly. I don't know, man.
You
They
said
say
John
John was 5 for
doesn't
his
want to
last
shoot the
35.
threes. You saw
Okay,
John
That's
doesn't
not
want to
coaching,
shoot the
Gerald. That's not coaching. What?
What?
It's not coaching. Though,
Demar.
I guess.
well,
Demar,
why is it?
Demar,
Why
pull
is
up,
it? Because
pull up Kyle's numbers again. How many times you shot the ball tonight?
Chauncey Pro,
12.
I think
He
11.
shot 12.
Hello?
He was 6
Yeah,
for 12.
he was 6 for 12 from the field.
Hey,
Demar
John.
came in and everybody froze. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Or
He
maybe
was
I
6 for
didn't hear.
12.
Get off that. Hey, John, you need to get off that cheap internet.
No, hey man, I done filled my phone with water so the radiator shouldn't get hot. It should be able to cool it off. At any rate,
But back to John Collins. He was 6 for 12 from the floor. How many were actually 3-pointers?
Yeah, that's a good stuff. Yeah.
That's a good question.
Oh,
How
Demar
many-
left.
because-
He was
Maybe 4.
He was 0 for 3 tonight. 0 for 3.
So
He
what
was
we
0 for 3.
complaining about?
Bro,
He
that's
ain't shooting
that's
shit.
like his
No, what
usual
I'm complaining about is his shot 6 the other game.
Bro, we talking about tonight.
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying no.
The question was about John. The question was about John Collins' struggle.
He said they got him
Struggle.
shooting threes. That's what he said. He said got him shooting threes. And they got him shooting threes. That's what he said, right? So
John,
that goes back to the system. That goes back to coach.
well,
Why are having John Collins shoot a bunch of threes? Why are you running the high screen and roll 85 times a game against a championship level team?
That's it. Everybody does that, man.
Man,
No,
I don't get that question.
No, they don't.
oh,
Yes, they do.
Let me see.
Man, bro, the majority of the NBA doing one thing. Hey, in a half court set, they run the
But they
screen and
don't.
roll.
But they do not. They do not
I can't
roll
talk,
85
man.
times a game. They do not.
Okay, all right.
What
All
you
right.
need now, what
Okay,
you
okay.
need, what the
right.
Hawks have needed, if you are going to run a half court set, you need somebody big down there in the middle. Clint Capella is a dead duck down there unless he's getting a lob. He has no type. He has no.
He should have played
offensive
more
game
thave
at all.
Is that
He has
if
no
it
He
offensive
should
ain't
have played
game
more
at all.
tonight.
He should have played more tonight.
you know something? We all know that. We all know that. He can't space the floor. He's gonna be glued
Yeah,
to
well,
the paint
I
every
mean,
game.
he's
That's
no
on
threat.
offense.
He's
Yeah,
no
Wait.
threat.
That's
Capella-
obvious.
Thank
We
you.
Robert
know that.
Williams ain't no
Thank
threat
you.
either. But
You throw it to him and he can't do nothing with it.
Who not a
Robert
threat?
Williams can't either.
He didn't play
Man,
tonight.
Williams is
He
out.
didn't play
Wasn't that
tonight.
Williams out there shooting threes tonight?
Wait. You mean you
Williams
say Grant Williams
is-
ain't no threat?
That's
No,
Grant.
no,
Grant
Williams.
Williams.
No,
He a
that
threat
was
Grant
from three
Williams.
now. Oh, he a threat from
You
three.
talking
But they
about
both
Grant
got the same last name.
Yeah, Robert Williams and Grant Williams.
You
Robert
talking
Williams didn't play
about
tonight.
Robert Williams?
Robert Williams.
I'm
Oh,
talking
Robert
about
Williams.
Robert
He didn't play
Williams.
tonight.
He hurt.
He
No,
didn't
you
play
talking
tonight.
about Grant
He's hurt.
tonight. Grant the light
Who was
skin.
that? Wait a minute. Light skin.
That's Grant.
Grant
light
Williams.
skin.
Grant Williams.
Grant.
Grant Williams.
Light skin is
Yeah.
Grant Williams. Light skin is Grant Williams.
This man
So-
was shooting from the inside and the outside tonight.
You know why?
Clint
You know why,
Capella-
John? You know why, John? Because he averaged 60% from the 3-point line this year so far. He only
And
averages 10 points a game, but he averaged
yeah,
60%
Because
from
he
the
shoots
3-point
from
line.
one. He
That's- you're
specifically shoots it
absolutely
from
right.
the corner.
You're
He
absolutely
shoots from the
right.
corner.
He
Because
is
they
a
run
threat
actions
to
to get him
score.
there.
He's a threat to score. We don't have
But he
anybody
knows his
that
role.
big that's a
He
threat to
knows his
score.
role, though, John. That's what we're saying. Boston maximizes his strengths. He's not going to play
Thank you.
inside. He's an excellent outside shooter. So Boston is putting him in position to shoot corner 3-pointers. He's 60% from
I
3-point in the
That's
league
all,
right now.
that's all we're
I
asking
understand.
Nate to do with our
You can't
players.
do that.
That's all
I
we're asking
do that,
Nate to
Juan.
do with our players.
So who do we have on the squad that's that big that can guard him
John,
and work?
look, John shoots 60% from 15 feet or closer. Why we not incorporating that, I don't know. John right
Thank
now
you.
is 3 for his last 38 from 3-point land. He was 3
Yep.
from 35 coming in the game. I'm sorry, 5 for 35 coming in the game. He's now 5 for 38 and for 3-point land. Why he keeps shooting them, I don't know. He should be shooting from 15
I
to
think I
18
know
mid-range jumpers and should be
Boy, they got
making his
to-
money right there.
I think I know why.
Part of that got to be coaching because his
I
game.
think-
Why you
You
think
saw
Gerald-
it tonight. You
Okay.
saw it tonight. They called a travel
Why
on
you
him.
think
He
Gerald-
didn't
why-
even
why
want
you
to
think
shoot
so many
three.
threes,
He
Gerald?
pump fake.
I'm waiting on analysts.
He pump fake and went to the. He didn't want to shoot no 3. John don't let him look comfortable shooting 3s. His first move is a hesitation.
Yeah, he hosted the show at the jail.
He pump fake. He pump fake. They called a travel on, but they pump fake. He went to the back. He don't want to shoot threes. And we run it actions
He
for
helps with
him to
himself.
shoot threes.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm
So,
telling
go ahead.
I'm telling what's actually happening. We're talking about theoretical stuff. I'm telling what's actually happening.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. God.
So this is the only reason why I think John is shooting the threes. Now it's up to him to actually put it up. He could pass the ball or drive the ball, but why he's on the 3-point arc in the first place,
They leaving them
I
open
feel
too,
is
Joe.
so that Murray and Trey and Clint can have the open lane to do whatever they need to do in the middle.
It's mainly
if-
Clint. It's mainly Clint.
So what? Him going to the 3-point line. You right about that. It does
I'll tell you what he's doing. He averages 16 and 17 over the last 5 games. He averages 16 and 17.
Tonight. He didn't do it tonight.
Okay, so now we back. So now we back to talking about tonight. So now we back to talking about tonight.
Clint is not good. Clint is not good. You throw it to
Yeah, we back to talking about tonight now, right?
Clint,
we back to talking about tonight.
I've been
Y'all been bringing up the whole season. Y'all been bringing up the whole season for a third of the broadcast. Now we back to talking about tonight.
You can't have both ways, analyst.
All I'm saying is tonight was a microcosm of the season. We cannot beat good teams. I agree with Gerald. I think Gerald said it.
Is that Gerald in the middle?
I agree with Gerald. I think Gerald and Juan said it.
Gerald
better than us.
on the right.
Yes, okay. I agree. But they're not 25 points better than us.
Who are
Philadelphia's not 25 points better than us. Toronto's not 30 points better than us. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
That's
Matt, I do agree with that, Matt. No team is 25 points better than us. I do think eventually, midway through that third, I do think we quit because, like I said, those threes that every 3 they hit was like a damn dagger.
Exactly.
It was like a dagger.
It didn't matter what the Hawks could do defensively.
From the most improbable people at the most improbable spot.
Right. They hit them.
Yeah.
They hit them at like the perfect spots of the game.
Yeah.
We can go on a 6-0 run.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, Hauser.
Yeah. Hauser
and Pritchard.
Two straight threes. Bam, bam.
Hauser hit like 4 of his threes.
Bro, he didn't miss tonight.
He missed.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He missed like the third.
I guess we agree on the. Well, we don't agree on the problem. I guess we kind of on the problem. We don't agree on why that is the problem. I'm saying the systematic, the core issue is Nate. One, like I said, he does not.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
For one, and two, I can't tell. Now, Gerald, somebody in the chat, somebody can remind me of one game. I cannot remember a game since Nathan took over. Well, I'm just going to go in the last year and a half. We've won, and I've said Nate won us that game. A game we wasn't supposed to win, or a game we struggled shooting, and said Nate's coaching adjustments got us that victory. Now I can't remember that game.
No,
you get out to me.
You're right about
I would say not as.
I'll say okay,
but that's because coaches don't. Well, hold on.
I'm gonna tell you this.
There's only 5 coaches that
Nate
can single-handedly win a game.
Will not win us a championship. Okay, he will not lead us to a championship. I'm gonna tell you that straight up.
I can agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. He's. I'm gonna be honest. He's actually a really.
You know
good
what?
Coach. He ain't no championship coach though.
When I try to give him the
he can't win a championship with this group. I agree.
But let me tell you
He
something.
ain't win a championship with no group.
You don't have.
He hasn't been to a championship game at all.
You don't have nothing.
We act like Nate coming off a hot.
Nate, man. Like Nate has not shown that he can lead a team. The only time he's ever did it was with us. That he can lead a team consistently deep into the playoffs, man. He hasn't shown it. So
who do you replace?
One and only time.
Got fired everywhere he was.
I'm not even talking about the playoffs. I mean, I already know what's going on.
I can't hear y'all, man. Y'all talking all at once, man. Y'all talking all at once.
Hold on. If hypothetically Nate not going anywhere, we already know this because right now we winning. We like 5th in the East, right? But if you are going to replace him, and there's a coach that's out there right now, somebody you might look at is Quinn Snyder.
What has he done? And what has he done?
What is
I'm not.
Why? Why is he down in Utah?
What I would like to do.
What's a lot more? What did Utah? They just busted up the Utah team.
Like this, man.
They just busted up their team.
If I fire Nate McMillan, if I'm going to get me a coach, and I don't care how much it costs, I'm going to get a coach who has a championship.
Thank you.
Point blank, period.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you like this because that when you got that championship ring back in what you saying, back in your ideas and your plans, one, players listen. Two, okay, you have hope because you're like, okay, this guy's he's been there, he's done that, whatever his plan is, it has worked.
It's worked.
Okay. Now Nate McMillan, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. And I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Dig up Red Auerbach. Let's dig him up.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Let's see if Phil Jackson's back is doing good.
Man, let me keep it a buck, man. I really can't tell the difference in our offense compared to when Lloyd Pierce was here. Like, I really can't tell.
Wait a minute.
I disagree with that.
We talked about this in your line earlier. This
and I said the same thing. What is and you know what? Nobody can tell me what is the difference.
Yeah, I did.
What is the difference? You know what? This year we
slowed it down. We slowed down when.
But that's not John. But that's not John. That's not good. We can't play slow.
That's what we're saying. That's what
that's
I'm saying.
Good.
That's what I'm saying. Nate,
that don't count. Why would you even bring that up? You bring that up as a defense.
Offense down. Now, if you slow the offense down, like I said in your line, if you slow the offense down, you got to make your shots. You got to make your shots.
But it's another thing you also. But you know what, John? It's another thing you got to do to play half court basketball. Your players have to be skilled. Because now you slowing it down.
You got to
you throwing the ball, and people got to be skilled at their position, also with making shots. But that's not how we built. So why are we playing like that?
No, we not.
Why are we playing like that? And then I'm gonna tell you something else. And let's keep it a buck. That's the point because you know why we not. You know why our offensive rating is so low. Our offensive rating is low compared to last year because Trey can't shoot this year, and two, Nate McMillan got Collins shooting threes that's dropping his percentage, which he's not good at.
It's a third reason.
And we also
reason.
have Bogey, Herder,
we don't have
Gallo right now. And we don't have Gallo, and we don't have Herder.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, Herder.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
I would like to. I like to talk without.
Herder should be
hit the ocean if he was in a boat.
He should be on the hot seat, to be honest.
Y'all know what it is.
I'm the owner. If I'm the owner and I traded for DeJounte Murray, I done went and got you these supposedly defensive-minded dudes in Aaron Holiday, Justin Holiday. Okay.
But he improved on the defensive end.
Those are people. Those supposed to be Nate's guys.
Those are guys Nate
played Nate's way. So why are we sitting 9-6?
That's who Nate wanted. He wanted Justin Holiday. That's his guy.
9-6 got a third in the East right now. You do know that, though.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that third in the East crowd. I don't even want to hear that nonsense because we know that ain't gonna ride.
Hey, it's the eye test.
He don't want to hear a fact. He don't want to hear a fact, but he want me to go off his opinion.
Well,
okay.
Okay.
All right. I got you. I got you.
We third in the East, but the eye test tells us we look horrible.
Man, damn your eyes. Damn your eyes. I'm going off fact.
You know what's up?
I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Hey, tell me about mine now. They look good.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Let me tell y'all, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Let's be honest here. Y'all keep saying we third in the East. Go back to what Matt said earlier. We don't beat the good teams. That's what matters.
Just beat one Monday.
Our record what matters.
Never.
We just beat one Monday.
The record don't mean nothing. You know what I'm thinking about, man? Let me tell you something.
Monday with 2
when
out
I
of
say
3
we don't
The number one team in the East.
Style points don't matter. It's a
when I say we don't
starters.
The number one team in the conference. The number one team in the conference.
Watch this.
The number one team in the conference got we gave them 2 of their 3 losses.
Chauncey, you name me a top 5 team that we beat that was fully healthy. I'll wait.
I thought
he's not fully healthy. That's not fair.
Boston wasn't fully healthy tonight.
We not feeling
sat
healthy.
here. We got
Boston, we ain't feeling healthy.
Yo,
Chauncey, he said
got blown out by the Celtics, who don't
Hey,
even
that's what makes
listen
it worse.
key players. We didn't lose. We got our ass beat. Okay,
We're not healthy though. We're not healthy.
We play a full strength Toronto team. They beat our ass. Okay, and why am I saying this? Because if we're supposed to be contending for something, those are the teams we gonna meet in the playoffs. Not the Orlando Magics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Not the Lakers. You
that's
gonna meet the good teams. So if you ain't beating the good teams now, and that Milwaukee shit don't count. The first time
Why
they were
don't?
listen.
Why don't? Why don't? They got 3 losses. We have gave them 2 of them. Why they don't?
Both our wins against them, bro. They last night they missed 2 of their big 3, and Giannis was hurt. Come on, man.
Look here, man.
Even the game where we won without Trae Young.
And now
Who did we beat without Trae Young?
Those teams
The Bucks
have in common. You know
And
what
was
all
the
those
Bucks
teams
the
have in
first
common?
time?
The Bucks.
They loan. All of the loan teams beat
Bro,
us or give
no,
us trouble.
So
All them loan teams do.
That's true. But let me say this. Let me tell you what the facts actually are. Okay, the fact, like I agree. Yes, we are sitting third in the East, and we're sitting there at a good rate because Cleveland keep.
No, that don't mean shit. He don't want to hear that.
No,
he don't want to hear that.
Let me
He don't want to hear that.
Let me say what the facts are. The facts are. If you just look and say, well, we won, even though this is the other one, we won. Let's just move on. Let's just not. You don't ever fix your issues. The fact
that's not a fact. That's not a fact. That's an opinion.
That is a fact. No,
that's not a fact. That's an opinion.
No, you're wrong.
That's not a fact. That's your opinion.
You're wrong. And you know how
that's not a fact.
I got a question.
That's not a fact. That's your opinion.
I got a question.
Take piss out my back and tell me it's raining. That's not a fact. That's your opinion.
I got a question for the whole group.
That's a ridiculous team.
And we make it to the playoffs.
What's up?
We face one of these top 4 teams. Are we beating any one of these top 4
No.
teams? Toronto.
4-1
Hold on. Let me finish.
No. Right now, no.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Right now, no.
Let me finish.
Go ahead, Juan.
Let me finish, man. All right. We make it as we currently constructed. We don't make any changes to the staff. We don't make any changes to our roster overall. We play these teams when we get to the playoffs, and I'm talking about Philadelphia with Harden back. I'm talking about Milwaukee with Middleton and Drew and Connaughton back. I'm talking about Cleveland fully healthy because I know Mitchell been out for a while, and then Toronto fully healthy. Are we beating any one of those teams? And Boston, I'm sorry, that's 5 teams. Are we beating any one of those teams? 4 out of 17. 4 out of 17.
No.
Answer that question. Answer that question.
No.
It depends on who we play.
No.
Not right now, no.
No.
Styles make fights, man.
It depends on who we play.
Styles make fights.
No.
Styles make fights, man.
It depends on who we play.
Are we factoring in us having Bogey, or is it okay for me to do that?
Yeah. Even if you do,
we got Bogey. Are we beating 4? Are we beating any one of those 5 teams 4 out of 7 times?
No.
No.
Okay.
And here's why. And Juan, here's why. Here's why we're gonna lose. Here's why we're gonna lose to all 5 of those teams. All 5 of those teams, one, are better coached. They have a better coach. All 5 of those teams. 3 of those teams
that ain't a fact. That's your opinion.
No,
that ain't a fact. That's your opinion. That ain't a fact. That's your opinion. I ain't gonna list the board. I ain't gonna list the bullshit and go for it. That ain't a fact. That's your opinion.
Has he beaten the Nurse?
Toronto's coach.
Has he beaten the Nurse?
Milwaukee.
That ain't a fact. That's your opinion.
No, you just
well, that's what we
right
look.
now. Because Nick Nurse has a ring. Mike Budenholzer has a ring. The Celtics were just in the finals last year. So
that coach wasn't.
They 12-3.
Look, no.
So you gonna say he better than Nate?
Y'all hella strong moving them goalposts. Y'all hella strong moving them goalposts.
Celtics coach was on the staff last year, right?
Yeah,
he was on that. That's what I was about to say. He was on the staff last year.
What you talking about, Gerald? He got a ring.
I'm saying he wasn't the head. I'm saying he wasn't the head coach.
No. I'm answering the question as to whether we can beat any of these teams that you were talking about. And
I don't think so right now.
Unequivocal. No, because we can't shoot. All the coaching in the world.
Are you gonna give us Bogey?
If you can't shoot, you can draw up all of the plays.
But Gerald,
if you can't shoot and make shots, you can't win. And that's what our problem is. I don't care what type of.
But Gerald, I'll give you Bogey. But what I'm saying is the reason we're going to lose.
If you can't shoot, you can't win. All the defense in the world ain't gonna help you unless you're able to shoot. And we can't shoot.
John, can Toronto shoot?
Yes, Toronto
No.
can shoot.
Not really.
They cannot. They do not
They
have
bottom
any shooting.
five.
But
They
you
got to
know
be
what?
bottom 5 in 3-point percentage.
But
They're one of the worst.
Wait a minute. Toronto is long enough to hit layups, dunk the ball to where they don't have to take that many shots. You saw what they did to us.
What I'm saying is, you
saw what they did to us. We
Okay.
don't have anybody that you can dump the ball down low to, or that has any moves in the basket or in the paint where we can dominate or go over the top of anybody. Nobody. Not even Capella. Not even Capella. He can do it, but it's so late in his career. How long you gonna wait before he develops that ability?
So let me say this, right?
Later in his career, Capella ain't 28 years old.
Because right now, like we're talking about,
Well, you better
know,
get
I know
to
people-
teaching him.
Well, let me say this, because we're talking about the roster and stuff. Listen, I don't want anything about, like, right now. I'm not concerned about the roster. The roster is actually a good enough roster to be able to compete in the Eastern Conference, right? You have an all-star backcourt, and you have players at your wing position and at your forward position who are not just regular role players, okay? So that's number one. John Collins is not a role player. DeAndre Hunter's not a role player. They may play like it, but they're not role players. Okay, so what I'm saying is that, yes, I agree. But I think when Bogey gets back, then it's going to help us out with our shooting. But
Bogey.
No, let me say this. Bogey's be fully heavy with those knees. But let me tell you this. I'm talking about the glaring issue right now, okay? If you have a general manager that went out, got the coaches type players, and went out there and acquired an all-star, and we're still inconsistent with no identity, that's the main problem.
What you mean no identity? What you mean no identity? What you mean by that?
Well, let me say this. Well, let me say
what
what I mean by no identity.
What you mean by?
How are we going to play, and what are we going to do in every game?
How you know they don't have a plan though?
Because
how you know they don't have a plan?
I do not see it.
Look, bro, fuck your eyes. You keep telling me what you see. You one person. How you know they ain't got no identity?
So tell me what you see. What do you see?
I'm not finna go there with you, bro. How you know they don't have it?
Because you know they. Because you can't see it. Fact. If I don't see it, it's a fact.
Okay, you don't see it. So you one person who don't see it. So long as you don't see it, long as you don't see it, it don't matter, right?
Matt
long as you don't see it.
Matt doesn't see it. Juan says they have no identity.
What I'm saying is, there's
Look, man, y'all sound like a bunch of fucking parents. That's the parent syndrome. That's the parent syndrome. You hear somebody else say it, it's the parent syndrome. You hear somebody else say it, it sounds good to you. It sounds good to you, so you repeat it.
Now,
I'm gonna tell you what you don't want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you don't want to hear.
Just like Warren was saying,
you're gonna tell me what Nate want to hear. You're gonna defend Nate.
I'm still dealing with Warren's question.
I ain't defending Nate. I ain't defending Nate. I'm just not trying to fire him like you. So you can't tell me what I'm doing, young fella.
I'm still dealing with Warren's question because that is the real question right now about what our team is and what our team is. Can we compete against the top in the league?
I think we can. I think we can.
Okay, hold on. Hey,
Right
can I answer that question?
Go ahead,
Can I answer my question? All right. So to answer Juan's question, as it stands right now, no, we don't. But it's a silver lining. Okay. You just finished game number 14 of 82. You still got plenty of time.
I agree. That's why
I agree. To just work on the things you need to work on the most. So as it stands right now, no. But if they can make it, especially the head coach, the players as well, they can fix these things that they're struggling the most, and they can find some consistency. Which you got heard what Nate said earlier in the ESPN telecast. They're still trying to figure things out. So the chemistry is not there yet. You face a team that already had the chemistry for more than a year by now, possibly 2. So.
Marquis,
I think right now, no, but down the road, I think they can. But They still need to figure things out. They still haven't had that full.
No, they don't. You think so?
Questions. OG.
Okay.
Hear me out. All right. So you say we have.
I done got cut off. I done got cut off 19 times, and I'm being asked to hear you out. Go ahead.
What if you say we don't have identity? So what do you see about this team that for the Hawks that show you that we have an identity, we know who we are, and this is how we're going to play moving forward? And then I'll get back to you, Marquis.
You asking me that?
Yeah.
We know who we are. Hey, what you said? You just said we know who we are.
No. I said, what do you see that says we have an identity?
What gives you that belief?
Yeah. What did you say we do have an identity established already?
I mean, your two guards is your identity. Let's just call it for what it is. That's your identity. Everything flows through Trey and DeJounte. That's why the minutes are staggered like that. Everything flows off of them. Everybody eats off what they do and how they do it. They got two different styles of how they play. You got Trey, he more flash with it. DeJounte is more probing with it. Hey, they're gonna run pick and roll. I was trying to say that I got cut off. They're gonna run the pick and roll. If they beat that first man, it's gonna be a floater, a lob, or kick out to the 3-pointer. Kind of what 29 other teams do in the NBA. It's like John Harris said. It's all about making your shot. That's how we don't sit up here and say it. We don't sit up here and say it 100. We don't sit up here and say it 100 times. We don't say it 100 times how the Hawks are a dominant, primary pick and roll team. Y'all don't sit up here and complain about how the Hawks run the pick and roll 80% of the time. So if they run the pick and roll 80% of the time, that is your identity. Y'all just don't want to see it that way because you're mad because we lost by 25.
That's not an identity.
OG, hold on.
My bad.
OG. Okay.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion of an identity.
Okay.
I'm over there with my opinion.
Okay, so
hey, somebody turn your TV down, man. I hear like a kid movie or something.
Yeah, I'm hearing something too.
Okay, OG. If that's our identity, is it sustainable moving forward and sustainable in the playoffs? The way we're playing.
I think we need a little more veteran savvy. And now just something else that I was gonna say. You got to understand what we let go in our season, and y'all hear me out. Y'all hear me out on this. Okay. They got some of our veterans savvy over there on the bench over there. Yeah, we flipped him for DeJounte Murray, but we could have also signed him before the Celtics did, but we didn't. Okay, all right. We decided
you can't.
Go ahead, man.
I'm just
saying. Take it away.
No, I'm
Take
just
it away.
saying.
I'm done.
I'm just saying.
I'm done.
That was.
Go ahead.
You can't do that legally in the NBA. You can't waive it. You can't trade away a player. He gets waived and you sign him back. That's not a part of the CBA. But go ahead.
It's been done before. What you talking about?
No,
that's been done before.
Boston would have had to waive him in order for us to get him back. But that was the scenario I looked at. But that's all.
Look, man. But look. Overall, right now, Marquise, I will take what you said in consideration. I just don't see Nate doing that. But as of right now, I don't think we beat any one of the top 5 teams. 4 out of 7 times.
Yeah.
Maybe my view would change. I don't even think we can beat Philly even with Harden back 4 out of 7 times. But that's just my opinion right now. Toronto presents all kind of length problems for us. Boston is already on there's a championship pedigree team, and then you have Milwaukee as well. So and then Cleveland coming up. I know they've been losing now because Donovan been out a lot right now, but they coming up too. So man, I really don't think the way we construct it right now, we can beat any of those teams 4 out of 7 times.
Hey, as like I said earlier, just before this, right now it's the stage of things. Yeah, I agree with you. We can't beat those teams 4 out of 7, but it's silver lining. Again, this is still early season. It's still early.
Game 15, man.
You already getting your
game 15
coming up. It's still early. You got plenty of time.
Panic got the goddamn panic button.
Hold on.
They already got us losing to Toronto. Toronto ain't no fucking world beater.
Let me ask this feedback question on that.
They're gonna beat us like they are.
Hold on. do you see our shooting improving? Because the only way that we are going to beat anybody is that our shooting has got to improve, because we're constructed the way we're constructed. Okay, there are very few things that we can do about us as we're constructed. Okay,
can I answer that?
But can the shooting,
can I answer that?
Go ahead and answer that, Chauncey.
Okay, our shooting will improve if we stop shooting so many threes. We're a mid-range game team. Okay, period. We're number 1 or 2 in paints in the NBA. If it's okay for me to break up with that fucking fact, we 1 or 2 in points in the paint in the NBA. We got to stop shooting so many threes. Let's start with your best player. Okay, he'll go 4 for 15 from 3, and then aforementioned John Collins. If you notice, I didn't argue that, because I do agree Collins do need to get his ass on that block a little bit more and work from that block. He do shoot too many threes. Now, if you want to kill Nate and rape his wife in front of their kids, that's cool. But hey, he probably do need to talk to him and fix that. But we need to stop shooting so many threes, because we're not a good 3-point shooting team. And go with our identity. Go with what I think is our identity, and stay there. Okay, we let Boston slow us down tonight. Period.
But Chauncey, in your opinion, you already said it, brother. You said we flow through Trey and DeJounte, and you said either they're gonna go into the lane, they're gonna dish it off, they're gonna hit the floor, they're gonna pop off for the 3, because we're constructed to wait on the wing.
It don't necessarily have to be a 3. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 3. But reason why I said a 3 is because that's what a lot of dudes do. They run to the 3-point line. I think we can all agree to that. It don't have to be a 3. It could be. It could be. It could be a 2. But this is what everybody got to understand, John. This is what everybody got to understand. We let go a lot of outside. For whatever reason, we got rid of a lot of outside shooting. Hurdles in Sacramento right now. We flipped them for the older Holiday and Mo Harkless. Okay, all right. We ain't gonna cry with spilt milk on that. Gallinari sitting at the end of Boston bench. Okay, we could. Okay. For some CBA reason, I don't know the collective bargain agreement. I don't study it. So, but he's over there. Okay, Trey is he's not a great 3-point shooter. He shoots them like he's a very, very great 3-point shooter. Okay, so we just not that 3-point shooting team like that. We more of a mid-range game team. Well, we got guys who can shoot harder good in the mid-range. What's the boy name? DeJounte good in the mid-range.
He's real good. Hey, my man there with the headphones on. Now he brought up a good point. He brought up a good point about it being early. He brought up a good point about it being early. Now, the problem that I have right now
is 3 things.
I don't see a silver lining coming up. I don't see a silver lining.
Exactly. So one, we're just for clarification, we're 30th of 30 teams in the league. We're last in the league in 3-point shooting. We shoot the least amount, we make the least amount. So that's one. We don't shoot a lot of threes. We're last in the league in attempts. In a league that shoots a lot of threes, we're last. So that's 1. 2, the reason why the team is constructed and why Nate doesn't get any benefit of the doubt to me for it is because at the end of the season, and this is well documented, they said, "Hey Nate, what's the problem with the team? Why couldn't we win? Oh, we have too many offensive players. We don't have enough defenders." Okay, so what did they do? Get rid of some of the offensive players for defensive players and say, "Okay, we're going to take a step back on offense to be better defensively." So Nate, who do you want? Okay, Aaron Holiday, Justin Holiday. That's who I'm familiar with. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so that's who they got, right? So that's why we don't have the shooting, and that's why we don't look like we did last year, because they said we're leaning too much on offense. We need to cut some of that back and be a good defensive team. The problem is that just because you have defensive players, which we still need some better defensive players, but just because you have defensive players, if you have no system, you have no structure with using them, it's no benefit. It doesn't matter if you have great defensive players if you don't put them in position or you don't have a system or schemes where you can mismatch and put them on different matchups depending on who you're playing. You can utilize different schemes and different systems to maximize that talent for that night. Like for instance, he played Aaron Holiday to me too much. He should have played Justin Holiday a little bit more in the first half because of his defense. I don't want Justin Holiday to play. Everybody knows how I feel about Justin Holiday. But I understand in this particular matchup, we need his height and his physicality. I don't think he's a great defender, but his physicality at least to try to slow Jaylen Brown down. Never did that. Got mismatched a lot on guards, and big man was able to take advantage of that. 2.
AJ, I'm leaving out. AJ, y'all have a good night.
Identity.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I'm about to leave out too. I'm about to leave out as well, right?
Salute my guy Juan. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hey, go ahead, finish, Matt. I'm about to bring on when you finish talking, Matt. I'm about to bring on Point and GM so we can get their opinions on what happened tonight.
Okay. 2. The silver lining. Nate, I've never seen Nate. Portland. See, I was too young for Seattle, but Portland, I remember those teams. Indiana, and us thus far, he's never shown the ability to adjust. He's never shown the ability to take to have a plan beforehand, see what's happening, change it to adapt to what's going on, and say,
how we know he's not having a
I
plan
want this outcome.
beforehand?
It's not working.
Man, I coached 1,000 goddamn games. He done coached 1,000 goddamn games without a plan. All right, go ahead. My fault. I'm sorry.
No. I'm not saying he. No. I'm not saying he doesn't have a plan. I said has a plan.
You just said
not working. He can't adapt that plan.
No, he said he is not willing.
I said he has. I said if I've never seen Nate.
How we know he ain't willing to adjust though? How we know he's not willing to adjust?
You know what he says after every game? Because you know what he
What
says
he
after
say?
every game? The
ahead.
team that we lose to, that we get embarrassed by, you can go back and check the record. What he says is they're a good team. I mean, we lost to they have good players. They're a good team.
That's the shit that they all say. What are we talking about? That's not the shit that everybody says.
The fact is what happens on the court. And what happens on the court is no adjustments.
Y'all aggressive. Y'all reaching, bro. Y'all reaching.
No, I'm not saying
it's reaching, bro. You're reaching.
Because here's the thing.
Honestly, what I'm saying is like I said, point me. And Juan couldn't do it. Gerald couldn't point me the one game, and I know this is football, it's different, but I could point to you 10 games already or 9 games already. Arthur Smith has won by his own brilliance during the game. He made adjustments based on what was going on in the game and countered and won us the game. I'm asking for, and basketball coaches do it too. Nick Nurse talks about it all the time. He says our analytical model predicts us to win 40 games, 41 games. He said, I get paid to take us from 41 wins to 50 wins. That's my job. So I'm asking, what series of games can you point to that we won that game because of Nate? Give me one game where you said, well,
I can't point to a game because I don't put all my focus on the coach. I don't.
You see right here, this man Atlanta.
Or even the players. If you're watching the
hold on. Listen, let me tell you something. Your starting five making $500 million. Your starting five making $500 million out there. Why in the hell we need a 60-year-old man to hold 5 hands of folks who making $500 million out there? You put a plan. You put a plan. He don't make as much as them. You put a plan out there, and either they gonna go out there and they execute it, either they gonna hit their shot or they gonna miss their shot. You're gonna have some good games. You're gonna have some not so good games.
You'll never win a championship like that. You'll never
all I'm saying, Chauncey, all I'm saying is, what if the plan you put together is not working?
Hey.
What if it's not
good to see you, virtual GM, by the way?
Yeah, great to see you guys. Hey,
okay. If the players, I mean, you kind of, I don't know if this is a leading question. You kind of leading the witness. Well, of course, if the plan is not working, you try to come with an alternate plan or contingency plan. But the question I keep asking y'all is, and when I ask this question, but but when I ask the question that I'm asking, you in turn flip it on me and ask me what is he doing? I'm asking y'all, how y'all know he ain't doing that?
Exactly.
How y'all know he ain't doing that? But then y'all flip it on me.
Hey, go ahead. Chime in, GM. What you got?
Okay, go ahead, Chauncey.
Hello, everybody. Hey,
I mean,
Chauncey,
go ahead,
how you doing? How you doing, Chauncey?
Chauncey? Yeah, go ahead.
This is directly. I came on just for you because you represent a lot of the people who want Nate, and so I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna try my best.
No, bro. I represent me. I represent me. But go ahead.
Exactly. Okay.
I just don't conform to the masses like everybody else. I'm not a parent. Now go ahead.
Exactly. Me too. You say all this great. Okay. I'm not a parent, so I'm gonna give you the answer to the best of my ability. Okay?
Go ahead, brother.
You said something about how do you know that Coach McMillan is not doing what he's supposed to be doing? Okay, I'm looking at the history first off. Every time he's in a playoff game, majority of the time, because I know with the Hawks, he did go to that Eastern Conference. I believe that was the pure will of the Hawks' talent until he matched with Milwaukee Bucks, and he couldn't outcoach him at that point.
Got hurt now.
But okay, hold up. So now, normally when you're losing in the first half, there's some type of an adjustment that happens in the second half. Like, we're gonna do, like for instance, Trae Young, he's popping 30 points. Okay, let's go double team him. Let's do this. Let's try this. I don't see that. I see the same thing from first quarter to fourth quarter. It's kind of like, well, my player, like you said, the players getting, paid a lot of money. It's kind of like he's depending on them to do what they're supposed to do. But sometimes, and to answer your question, an organization needs a CEO to organize certain things. A channel needs somebody to organize a channel so it won't be chaotic. And that's what I see with the Hawks. Okay, if you're not going to be a shooting team, since you got rid of Hurt and all that, okay, now I need to see some set plays. I need to see somebody slash into the basket. Everybody's moving around. Role player. Oh, he does this. He does that. He's doing this. I don't see that, man. I don't see it. I want to. Can
I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. It's one thing in the NBA. Got two guys averaging 7 assists a game. Who is that?
I don't know.
That's us. Okay. So just kind of for the brother here and everybody. So is that being accomplished without no system, without no identity, without no adjustment?
Well, that shows.
Yes. I'll say
that's a great question.
I don't know if no identity is the right phrase.
No,
that shows the level of your
no identity, because no identity and no consistency go hand in hand. So
hold on.
That shows the level of your players.
The thing is, I think we do have an identity. The reality is we are a defensive-minded team this year, right? This year, we are more defensive focused than we are offense, right? The reality of the matter is we are at our best in transition. We are not a half-court team that could slow down. Like, I understand this pick and roll, XYZ, but the reality is that works at its best when the opposing team's defense is not set yet. Running the spread, pick and roll, kickouts, and all of that, right? When we're moving the ball, getting stops, getting them little, deflected passes, moving, that's when we are at our best, right? And we saw that like last year, for example. Remember that home game against the Pelicans when we was lighting them up in the third quarter? What was that whole thing? It was just fast break, kick out three here and there, XYZ. I understand that that's not where we at now. What my issue is, right, is that there are teams who have that camaraderie that's been playing together for years. When you look at a Grant Williams, right, this is a dude who came in as a first-round pick and was getting clowned. Right? And he learned that. He understood his role and he learned. On top of that, He's been through battles with these dudes, right? This is a dude that's been to the conference finals multiple times, right? He understands what's needed. So when he looks at a Jason Tatum, a Jaylen Brown, he knows what he needs to do to support them. Now, we don't have that right now. You see what I'm saying? I think that Trey and DeJounte are working and doing the best they can just off of straight skill and star power alone,
talent.
right?
Yeah,
I'll give them that. But the reality is that it is up to Nate to be able to see that little extra wrinkle to add that in. That being said, though, it's not all on him. Because I'm looking at dudes like DeAndre Hunter scoring 13 points in the first half and missing every single shot in the second half. I'm going to hold him accountable. I'm going to hold John Collins accountable. Scared to shoot a three, so you traveling the ball. I'm going to hold dudes like Aaron Holiday accountable, trying to do these turnarounds. That's not you. Like, that's
now I
understand
what you're saying. I understand completely what you're saying. And see, it goes all the way back to making your shot. Now, if that's not your shot, every time that man tries a shot like that and misses it, come here, son. I need you to sit down right here. I need you to come sit down here with me.
There you go.
And see that's what has to happen. If Nate, okay, that's what I'm talking about as far as coaching is concerned. If you're doing something that you've been in practice, all right, you've been missing that shot all in practice. You get out there on the floor in a crucial moment and you try a stupid shot like that, just as soon as I can. Come here, son. Come here, son. Have a seat right here. And I mean everybody on the court, from Trae Young to the man selling tickets out there in the aisle.
So
you think he gonna bench Trae? You think he gonna bench Trae for that?
What'd you say, Chauncey?
I ain't talking about what I think he's gonna do.
You think he gonna bench Trae?
I'm talking about what he needs to do. If you gonna get control of your team,
I hear what you're saying.
If you gonna roll,
he's right.
Do that, you gotta bring your team.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. The last coach tried the hardest Trae Young. He lost his job.
I haven't noted. I feel sorry for Pierce. I feel sorry for Pierce.
Pierce didn't know how to win games. Let's see the buck. He did not know how to win games.
Yeah. I mean,
hold on. Wait. Pierce didn't know how to win games.
Here's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Pierce didn't know how to win games, and Nate went in the wrong way. Pierce didn't know how to win games. Nate didn't win, and Nate can't get. Come on, man.
Nate went in the wrong way. If you're talking about winning a championship,
what they should say is Pierce.
Somebody just told me.
Let's be real, because I see what you're doing. But here's what the issue is, right?
What I'm saying is, what you said earlier. You said this is a defensive team, right? That's not the case, in my opinion. That's not the case. And to me.
And I'm gonna tell you,
that's the problem when I'm talking about identity. To me, Nate is the wrong coach for this team because he might be a defensive coach. Maybe, I don't know. That's what they used to say he was.
Well, that's what his staple was when he played. He was a dog too.
He was a good defensive player. I'm talking about coaching. We're really, in my opinion, we're really an offensive team that needs to get timely defensive stops. And the GM talks about that all the time. He says, we don't have to hold a team to 70 points. We just need to get timely defensive stops, put together 2 or 3 stops in a row. I'm not asking for, a 1990 Pistons team. I just want a team that can get defensive stops in critical moments to stretch or extend the lead or get us back in the game. If that's what the GM is, that's what the GM is explaining, how he wants the team to function, but they're functioning. It seems to me that there's a mismatch between what Nate is, whatever he's doing or not doing. Some people think he's doing a lot. Some others don't think he's doing anything at all.
That's my point.
Well,
I agree with you.
Wait a minute. Now that sounds real good in a press conference, but how do you know when that is? You don't know when that moment is going to come up where you need a quality defensive stop. Okay.
No, the game dictates that.
That's
the game dictates that.
And that happens at different times in the
Right.
game. That happens at different times in the game.
So
now, let's go back. I want to go back to one thing. I'm gonna shut up. Now,
Let me address the elephant in the room. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. And everybody.
What?
He back.
I'm back. My phone rang. Listen, everybody dancing around. You know, a lot of our issues on defense is at the top. He gets his ass barbecued, but he can't come off the floor because he's ice tray. Everybody dancing around that, and I'm just laughing.
Wait a minute, what did I say? Wait a minute. What did I say, Chauncey?
I think a lot of people said,
John, you be so damn drunk. I don't know. But listen.
A lot of people say,
the issue starts there. Everybody, the defense gets disjointed because he can't guard nobody. Okay, but he has to be on the floor.
I disagree with that.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And Trae Young is a defensive liability because of how small
I think he's been playing better though.
So I hear you, but
I agree. He is.
So
I can point to you 3 other teams that have defensive liability in their defense.
Not like that.
Yeah, like that. Let's be real here, right? The reality is
no. Luke, no. Dallas with Luka. Luka is a defensive liability. He's the worst defender at his position in the entire NBA. You could go look at plus minus. You could go look at net rating, whatever metric you want to bring.
We got to close the show.
You right about Luka.
Got to close the show.
But what does Luka do?
Got to close the show, baby.
Oh, you gone, man. All right.
Yeah, we got a 2-hour time limit, man. So
hey, we might take this on the ATL GM channel or somebody.
Hey, y'all can take it to somebody's channel, man.
I ain't done with Chelsea yet, man.
Okay. Hey, hurry up, GM. Drop the link in the chat. Listen up, man. First of all, let me salute everybody who came on the show today. My dog Chauncey. OG John up in there, obviously my homies, GM, analyst, Matt in the building. Shout out Point. Shout out Ticket came through the building. Shout out the homie Juan. Salute to everybody in the chat. Y'all know we appreciate the support. Shout out to y'all. You know, we just crossed over 700 subs, man. So let's keep this thing running. We're gonna keep running this thing up. You feel me? But hey, make sure. I don't know if they're gonna continue this, but if they do, it's probably
I got to go get my head right, man. Y'all done made my guy.
He got to go get his head right.
You know, McMillan's a problem.
Make sure y'all tap. Make sure, comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you tap in. You know, I got homeboys up here, especially if you dealing with Falcon football. You got my boy GM doing it. You got my guy Chauncey up there doing it. He also got Back in Black 2.0 on Facebook. Come in there and then, you know, we be talking cash shit up in there, you know. Tap in with my boy Analyst on his channel, Talking Hawks. You feel me?
Send me the info there, young brother. Send me the info. We're gonna get a group. We're gonna get a group hug.
Go to the after party.
I talked real bad to Alice today. I talked real bad to Alice today. This is just the first time.
Hey,
I love Alice.
It was some good discussion going on today, man. About
we good.
And obviously, you know, nobody's happy with a loss, but nobody's happy with being blown out on your own home court on national TV. So what we do know, we got some work as an organization. We got some work as an organization to do. And hopefully we can get back on the right track. So once again, man, y'all know what time it is. Let me run this. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. And don't forget, I might be on tomorrow morning too. I might do a morning show. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe.
I get up there with you, man. I get up there with you. I want to say this real quick, man.
Okay.
Hurry
up, because I got to get ready to roll.
Okay. I love this. I love this chopping it up. But, you know, the reality of it all is, man, winning cures everything. We in here tearing each other head off because we got our ass tore up tonight. and everybody mad for different reasons, and I get it. But we 15 games into the season, man. I have a positive outlook, and I understand everybody's point here, you know. But at the end of the day, man, look, this team to me is built. I said built. This team is built to make a finals run. They gotta grow. They gotta grow up. This team, you still got a team full of babies. They gotta grow up, and we let go a lot of veteran help. But no, man, go to close it on out, man.
All right,
we'll
man.
be all right.
I appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. And on that note, we are out of here. Y'all stay up, man, Hawks.
Switch that V6 for the EV, ride around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah.